Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews presents a case study, Flavored Malt Beverages, featuring Steel Reserve Hard Pineapple. Well, I'll give you a backstory on this. It's humid outside, and now it's making me cough for some reason. John and Nile had contacted me yesterday and said, did I want to review the Steel Reserve Alloy Series 211 Alloy Series Mystery Beer? And I said yes, but unfortunately I was visiting my friend David and hello Justin, and we were doing a bunch of beer reviews, so I wasn't able to do it. Then he said, well, then he told me earlier today we could do it today. I said, okay, I have to go get some, which is not a problem. So after lunch, I lay down a little bit, fell asleep. I was sleeping too. I was laying there. I was like, where am I? What? I thought it was a day I had to go to work. And I was like, oh, wait, I had turned the football game off. So I was watching the Bengals and the Colts, and then I could see it was a very good game. And then I went break away from that because it looked like it might be a blowout. Actually, at first, I didn't think it would last. Didn't. And went over to racetrack, got the 2 cans, 2 for $3.50. But of course, as usual, racetrack and Circle K, they never ring up correctly. No matter what the tags say, invariably it'd be wrong. So I said, well, she says $4, $2 each. I said, no, it's 2 for $3.50. She didn't look too happy about it, but she walked around and kind of went over there. I said, see, the whole rack, 2 for $3.50. Oh, So she went back, it rang up for $3.91 total. So I got that straight. I mean, I knew I was going to have to get it straight. I knew it wasn't going to ring up correctly. So instead of buying 2 of the same, this mystery, I've already had it twice, I bought the hard pineapple. I said somebody might want to examine that. But then John and Nile, I didn't hear from him. I contacted him. I didn't hear from him for a good couple of hours. Then he did contact me a little while ago and say he was feeling bad. And he looked like he was feeling kind of sick. We were doing our Stout Sunday. I'm a Bengals fan. We got a good thing in Burrows. I think you're right. He did throw an interception at the end, but he's young. He's got to learn, and he's a little ragged at this point. Cheers, Ron, says Dr. Frosty Brew. Oh, I forgot. I don't have to read the messages. What am I doing? Can post them. On StreamYard. So I'll open this up, head it in the freezer. I'm trying to learn about these things. I'm not an expert. I've reviewed a number of them, as you know. I don't ever really drink them. I don't. Go look at my fridge. Well, you can't, but you wouldn't see it. You see some flavored beers, some pumpkin stouts and whatnot, but and you'd see Modelo Negra, but you wouldn't see these. So you see how it pours. Look at that, like a party light bulb. Bubbly. You can hear it fizzing, maybe. Thin head, be thicker, maybe, but they're not going to build it. No, it wouldn't be thicker in any vessel because it doesn't hang around. Now with Miller products, they tend to have head of foam that'll hang around a little bit. So I hope John and Nile feels better. And well, he didn't want to take cold medicine and then drink. Well, common sense, don't do that. Ronnie S. was thinking about doing it, but then he said, well, he had drunk enough already today. He didn't feel comfortable driving to local stores. I did use their locator tool. It's great. It was pinpointing all the stores. He didn't want to drive there to go get them. I said, well, don't do that. Forget it. We'll just cancel it. No big deal. Or postpone it. And so maybe later in the week on John and Nile's channel, Georgia Beer Reviews, John and Nile will do the mystery. I'm gonna go put the rest in the fridge because these things don't really come out so nice and warm. But here's the thing: it says on the side, flavored malt beverage with natural flavors and FD&C yellow number 5. Okay, so the flavors are natural, comes from some kind of pineapple extract, a syrup, or maybe pulverized powdered. Wouldn't shock me. And probably some other flavors. It's got sugar in it, either beet sugar or cane, probably cane. Go put this in the fridge. If you look at their ingredients list on Molson Coors Beverage Company website. They do list 2 preservatives, sodium benzoate and something else that they say for freshness. Water, corn syrup, barley malt, yeast, hop extract. They actually use hop extract and some other things, but that's what you get. That's what you get. These were introduced 7 years ago, and they keep expanding the line. Smells very fruity, tart, sharp. Pineapple? Well, maybe. Some kind of sharp aroma now. If you get the flavored wines, they'll have similar characteristics as far as the aroma and taste. You can get liquor-based, which is probably vodka, but they use cognac and whatnot also. Liquor-based, think of what's the famous one? The Monaco cocktails. Absolute has some out too now. Not an extensive line. There's also Club. I never bought Club because it's a tiny can and it's too expensive, but it's like chocolate, like Brandy Alexander or some chocolate mousse liqueur drink. See, I'm starting to see it everywhere, though, Club. And wine-based, Mogan David 2020, MD 2020. Also the Wild Irish Rose. I saw one with ginger, what they had in it? Ginseng. Yeah, ginseng. And then the beer-based. But like William Kepley over the summer did a hangout with Ronnie S., who joined later in the hangout, and he was talking about flavored malt beverages. And it was very interesting to listen to and watch. And kind of got me thinking today that I would do this case study. Maybe William will join. I added a link. Oh, never had that. I had that. I did a review and I haven't posted it yet, but it's coming. Found the single at my local store. Racetrack finally showed up. Can you believe it? Okay. I'll just review this real fast. I'm not going to drag that out. It has kind of that funky nose like a Mogan David 2020, MD 2020. People say Mad Dog. That's the nickname. Got that funky flavor nose. I'm not saying it's a bad smell. It's just a, I don't know how to describe it. MD 2020 is 13%. Wild Irish Rose. They're not all flavored now. They're not all flavored. Ronnie S. and I did one of MD 2020 grape wine. Just red grape. Tasted just like Mogan David. The regular one you get at the grocery store. But all the flavor ones, and there's also Wild Irish Rose, just a red wine. It's not flavored. Some of those Wild Irish Rose be 17%. You got to watch out for those. Those things will really knock you for a loop. Even if you drink a glass just like this, it would just be like, oh. And these people will tell me, I got so sick drinking Wild Irish Rose. And I say, well, I never got sick. But then they're not telling, they drink the whole bottle, you understand, in one day. One evening, they drink the whole 750 milliliter bottle. Well, yeah, of course you got sick. It's not made for that. Read the bottle. The servings are like 5 ounces. Okay? Come on, have some discretion. And you say, well, that's bum wine, That's what people do. They drink the whole bottle. Well, that's on them. I mean, nobody makes them drink it. Nobody makes, yeah, I'm going to drink that whole can today. That'll be the last 2 beers of today. That'll count as 2 beers. All right? I drank the Wasatch Black O-Lantern for Stout Sunday, which was terrible. I gave it a C-, but it was probably too high. It probably deserved a D+, honestly. It was trash. I don't know why, because 7 years ago I gave it a high score. This is way better than that. That thing tasted like, I'm not going into it. Then I drank a Keystone Ice watching the football game. Always good beer. And now I'm drinking this. This will count for 2, and that's it. That's it. Yeah. We got a lot. We got a whole flood of them this year. I don't know why. All of a sudden they made a big comeback. Maybe it's related to the current manufactured crisis or whatever. Okay, this one's fine. The body's high, medium. I mean, it's a lot of calories. It's a lot of calories. Finish is actually kind of dry, and it's not high fructose dry. I mean, kind of dry. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's probably about like 60% dry and 40% sweet. You know what I mean? It's like on a tipping point, but it's a little more into the dry. You know, it's not, and so then, therefore, it's not going to be cloying and overly sweet and gross. It isn't. They do a good job with these. Now, Steel Reserve 8.1, that could be a little rough. I used to drink it back in 98, 99. They sold bombers around here. Then in 2003, they came out with Steel Reserve 6, Steel 6. They called it initially Steel 6, but I never saw a can that says Steel 6, just called Steel Reserve 211, identical can or bottle, but it's 6%. Very nice, mild, mellow. Might go buy some in the next month. I can get 6-pack of pint cans. Cheap, 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 cheap. Okay. But I never fooled with these things. I just used to write them off like, it's junk. And maybe it is, but actually people kept asking me about them. And I was like, no. But then I finally said, phooey, I'll try them, heck. And I tried them, and somebody who used to do videos, she doesn't do any more videos, and she erased her whole catalog of motivation. She went from beer and wine then to motivational videos, and then just inexplicably quit again. So I can't figure her out. But she's very friendly. But she's the one that got me into these, because she did one, and I made a comment, and she was like, well, I ain't going to kill you. You know, like she was saying, it ain't going to kill you to review them. Like, basically saying, well, don't overthink it. You know, it's just a beverage. It doesn't have to be this big thing, like the song Stop Dragging My Heart Around, the lyrics. This doesn't have to be anything at all. That's what one of the lyrics in the song. This doesn't have to be anything at all. And I started thinking about it. I said, well, she's right. You know, just what difference does it make? Just drink it. If you don't like it, say it's bad. And if you think it's okay, say it's okay. And if you think it's good, say it's good. Now, even if you're not somebody that drinks these. Okay, so that problem was solved. So I liked her advice. I wish her channel would come back. Can't explain that. She's still on Facebook. Very friendly. Like I said, this is my first drink. Oh, yeah? Huh. All right, so when you get, I'm saying case study, right? Study was the case that they gave me. I'm saying that because you read about these products, and it's like and I read about on Trader Joe's website, they were talking about one of these. It was made to taste like a lemon flower or something. I only saw it last summer, and then it was gone. It was like in a can. It had like pretty flowers on it. And the Trader Joe's website was very detailed, talking about how, well, they take a beer, water, barley, malt, hops, and yeast, probably corn or rice body, probably corn syrup, right? They make a beer, boom, it's a beer. But they don't want it to taste like beer. You want beer, you can go buy beer, right? Budweiser, Coors, Miller, pass the blue ribbon, easy, no problem. Hams, if Ronald Sutton's watching. But these are designed for people that really don't like the taste of beer, but they like alcohol of various levels and of various amounts. Okay. Well, the Trader Joe's website said then they start to give it additional processes, sort of like distilling it down to having no flavor and no aroma and no color, just clear. You say, well, that sounds like vodka, clear, no aroma, no color. Yeah, right, you got it. Like a beer vodka. All right. All the taste is coming from the flavor they added. They add the sugar, which in this case, they use actual sugar here. That's the sweetener, sugar. Whether it's beet, sugar, or cane, I don't know. It's sucrose, all I know. Then they add the fruit flavor, or it could be vegetable flavor. It could be hot peppers, whatever you want to add, right? Or it could be a mystery flavor. And then apparently I was reading on another site, but they didn't really give any sources. It's just them talking about it, saying that they add distilled spirits. In other words, liquor to these. That, what the website said, that's where the alcohol's coming from in these. Not the beer, but the liquor they're adding. Could be vodka. Now that's fascinating to me. I don't know about it. It seems bizarre. It doesn't make sense though, because it's not listed on the Miller Molson Coors website. There's nothing about vodka on here. Can't get it. Keep looking for it. Keep checking Total Wine. Alex, I saw you did a video. You can join this hangout if you want. If you want to contribute something to what is a flavored malt beverage. Total Wine told me it was supposed to come in. It has not arrived. I'm going to do a screen share, y'all. See that? Okay, y'all see this? Here's some of your flavors. That's the new one, the Sprite Strawberry Burst. Good job with that one. They did a good job. The berries. Blackberry. Ripe for the taking. Pineapple, which is what I'm sipping on now. Spiked watermelon with its wonderful artificial flavors. Spiked punch tastes exactly like punch at a wedding. No joke. Not to say that's a good thing. I'm just saying that's what it tastes like. Spiked blue raz. There's no such thing as blue raspberry, but that's one of those manufacturer's tastes, flavors. Spiked Tropic Storm, natural flavors, and that's probably the best of the lineup. I think Tropic Storm is the best. I don't know why I didn't get that one. That's the best of the whole bunch, in my opinion, you understand. Tax and Trade Bureau. Here's the confusing part now. I'm going to get back to the comments. Oh, let me stop sharing for a moment. I will watch his review once I actually try the beer. Here's the thing that's got me confused. William Kepley was saying that there's no way that something like this is a flavored ale. He said if somebody took him to court, there would be silence in the courtroom because they would not be able to back up their contention. And the can that I have clearly says flavored ale. I told you I'm not an expert, right? I have no legal expertise, actually, at all. But my thinking along the lines of what he was saying was, how do you know it's not fermented at high temperatures relative to other beers? You know what I'm saying? How do you actually know they don't ferment this beer at a higher temperature using ale yeast? You know, all the website says is yeast. Doesn't say anything about lager yeast, ale yeast. Doesn't list the brewing temperature, okay? So how can we say, I mean, we can say it, but how do we know Miller, meaning Molson Coors, is not using ale yeast and is not fermenting it at a higher temperature? And if you read the Tax and Trade Bureau website that I'm looking at here, it says ale. Well, that's all stuff about, what else? Pay no mind to that. Beer labeling, brewer's notice, formula. I had trouble navigating this website. Their liquor section is really easy to navigate, but their beer section is a pain in the fingernail. There's something about using the word Russian Imperial Stout, you know. I found something on here that was talking about ale. I can't find it right now.
Hey, Ron, what's up, my friend?
Hello, Alex. I'll watch your video as soon as I...
As soon as you get the beer, I heard you. That's fine, my friend. I understand, my brother.
Okay. I'm not going to be on here much longer, but so y'all have to trust me. Now, I was reading, I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't come on here lying, I'll tell you that much. I was reading about the Tax and Trade Bureau, and I found a section on ale. And it said ale, here's what they said basically in a nutshell. And I could find it again. I just don't want to bore the audience being searching for it live on the air. But basically said ale is a beer. Ale is a beer that's brewed at a higher temperature relative to other beers, or comparative. Yeah, that's what that was the terminology they used. A comparatively higher temperature, and using ale yeast. And the third part was and having the aroma, flavor, and characteristics commonly associated with ale, which I don't know what that's even means. I don't even know if they know what that really means. This obviously does not have characteristics commonly associated with ale nor lager. All right. Now, if you get the new Anheuser-Busch one, whatever that one, I can't even remember. I do so many. It just says flavored malt beverage. Doesn't say anything about ale or lager on it. All it clearly says it's flavored malt beverage. So they're not even entertaining the idea of ale or lager. And I'm afraid that's probably the best policy. It's probably a disservice in a way that they're calling this a flavored ale. But it is what the can says, and I did not make the label. And I cannot say that is incorrect because I did not make the product. So you would have to, actually, to make the case, you would have to show that they were not brewing it at a comparatively higher temperature. You know, you might win. I don't know. I wish William Kepley was on here because he's good at clearing things up. What do you got, Alex? What's up?
I'm not drinking this now, but I hope you can get this.
Well, show it closer to the screen. Turn it the other way. You know, it's backwards. Pumpkin, Dunkin' Pumpkin. Well, my daughter and I did a duo review. Hey,
well,
I did a solo review. They're both posted.
So you basically, your daughter and you did it. So you both basically proved that you can get it. So that's good news.
Only that one. And I can't get in Louisiana. I bought it in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh.
And I'm finished. Yeah, and I finished a 6-pack.
Well, I hope you can order it. Maybe you can ask Turtle One to order it for you.
I drank them and they're gone. What do you think about it?
I like it. I mean, I was asking you because I got one left and after this one, and I was thinking maybe you could do a review of me, but you don't have it.
I would, yeah, but I don't have it and I can't get it. That's why you're irritated, yeah.
How far is the Alabama place from you?
Oh, just about a 6-hour drive.
Okay, not worth it. Not worth it. That's simple as that.
Right. Now look at this thing. You like yellow food coloring? Because you got a lot of it here, boy.
Oh, I'll tell you this much though, Ron. The beer you're drinking there, I think something to do with what's it called? What's the beer? Steel Reserve flavor beers. I can get some of them. So if I get one of them, maybe I could drink one with you.
Mm-hmm.
And we could do a review. But
all right, well, keep this in your mind. John and Illy's feeling bad today. He's kind of sick, so we hope he feels better soon.
Sick?
Yeah, like ill.
You better not have corona.
Well, I hope not. I'm coughing a little bit myself. I hope I don't have the Cocoa V. But anyway, he wanted to do an examination this very day, or actually yesterday more than today, but he wanted to do an examination of the Steel Reserve Alloy Series mystery beer. You've seen it?
No. Oh, wait a minute. I think I've seen it with you, and it looked like a pumpkin beer, but it was no pumpkin beer.
Yeah, that was a trick. That was a trick. You see, because the contest ends on Halloween night at midnight. So the contest goes, if you can guess it correctly, they'll put you in a drawing to win $10,000. Hey, you want to win $10,000? Go buy it, guess it. They might pull your name and put on there, Alex the Beermaster wins the $10,000.
True that. So yeah, actually it's good to trick you a little bit because it does have that Halloween orange look.
Right.
It's ending on Halloween, so it would be a good, perfect way to do it. So even though it is truly a Halloween beer, but it's not a Halloween beer like you think it is. It's not like
right, because when you taste it, to me it tasted like coconut and something else. And then somebody told me, "Well, you're drinking pina colada, man." And then I said, "Oh, dang, that must be what the flavor is, pina colada." And then but I had already typed in pineapple and entered my I already submitted my entry, so I know they didn't pick me because I know I got it wrong.
Well, if they picked you, they would have wrote you a letter or that dollars or whatever and send it to you. So that's how you know.
Well, remember now, it's a 2-step contest. You got to guess the flavor correctly.
Oh,
then they put you in the drawing for $10,000.
Oh, okay. If you don't do that,
what you got to hope is nobody else guesses it correctly, and you do, and then you will get pulled. But I'm sure there's probably thousands of people got it correct.
How you feel, Ron? Because now you're saying you're coughing. I don't hear you coughing. You seem fine. You look fine.
I was coughing a little bit, but I think it's like all this humid air. I can still taste things and everything. We had a cold front. It got chilly yesterday morning, but then all of a sudden I could feel that south breeze coming from the Gulf, and now it's hot. It's warm and humid, and I mean, it's about 84 degrees right now. I mean,
it could be allergies too.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's some kind of pollen in the air. Now those fruit trees are full of fruit, but we don't have really a lot of flowers blooming, so I don't know. But I don't feel sick or anything. I just I have that little. Now, if you don't ever see me again on the internet, you can figure, well, it was worse than he thought.
Well, I hope that's not the case.
I hope not either.
Because I like you, Ron, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in person.
Me too.
I don't know what we're gonna do when we meet, but I know we're gonna do beer reviews. I know that.
All right, be beer related. Okay, Hector, let me go get the can and I'll pour some more.
All right.
So, the question I was posing to William, really, he can do a video response. I'm really responding to his video from the summer, was that I know that these flavored malt beverages are not really a lager or an ale because they're just using that as a base. They're their own concoction. I call them a concoction item, right? Exactly what they describe, flavored malt beverage. They're flavored. They use malt as the base, and they're a beverage. You drink them. Say that they're an actual lager or ale, hey, but that's what the can says. So if somebody could win in court, I don't know, you'd have to show that it is not truly an ale. I don't think you'd win. I think Miller's got good lawyers. They're not going to put something on the can where they're going to set themselves up to lose. I could be wrong, but I just don't see him doing that. Here's what I've got, Hector. Hector. I love the can design. It's really cool. It's like the best flavor malt beverage can design on the market, I think. Really sharp. I don't know what Alex is doing, y'all. Alex does inexplicable things like gets up in the middle of the videos and rummages around and nobody knows what's going on. And then people talk to him and we still don't know what's going on. All right. I promise y'all this will be the last beer of the night. That is no doubt. So to finalize this video, I'm gonna mute Alex because who knows what's going on over there. To summarize this video, the case study is, yeah, it's a malt beverage. There is no argument there. They all claim that. The question of the hour is, and we know it's flavored, and we know it uses artificial coloring, although the flavor is natural. We know it's sweet as the dickens. And we know it's 8%. So if you drink one can, you're going to feel it. If you drink two, that'd be a disastrous mistake. In my opinion, I wouldn't do it. These are big cans. They're inexpensive. Like I said, I got 2 cans for $3.50. But the real contention, really, actually the only contention was, is it an ale or is it not an ale, at least in a technical, legalistic sense. In a practical sense, it's not. But that's not what we're talking about. They don't put this is what it's saying. I'm reading right here. I mean, look, I'll highlight my self. Hold on, Alex. I'll be back to you. I muted you because y'all were talking in the background. Here's the question of the minute, of the hour. Flavored ale, malt beverage with natural flavors, and FD&C, yellow number 5. Now, I don't know what else to tell y'all, folks. The can says flavored ale. If we're going to contend that it's not an ale, then me, I would try to get the money off of it. Maybe you got a tort. I don't know how you'd sure that you had damages though. But anyway, when we think of ale, we generally think of what? Boddington's Pub Ale. What else? A stout, a porter. Abbott Ale. Chimay Bleu, Valentine Ale, which some people claim is not an actual ale. They say it's a lager pretending to be an ale. This I do not know. Lord Chesterfield Ale, some people say that's not a true ale. Foster's Premium Ale, some people claim that's not an ale. Well, if you're making the claim, let's prove it. Anyway, but I don't think anybody says the word ale, and Alex probably agrees. I don't think anybody says, I'm going to drink an ale, and they grab this.
Yeah, I agree.
What would you describe this as, Alex?
I would describe that as a malt liquor. I mean, because it's Steel Reserve, not an ale. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you
What
think,
does
Ron?
what does that term mean, malt liquor?
Malt liquor means that back in the 60s, 40s, and 50s, it's based off of strong beer. If you go to Canada, according to you, I think that's what you told me. According to Canada, that it's a strong beer. That's what it means. If instead of
Right.
strong ale, they do strong beer in Canada, but here they do strong. They just do ale and stuff like that. Or sometimes you see beer, but most of the time it's always ale,
Okay, so that's
malt liquor, or something like that.
so what you're saying, a flavored strong beer.
Yeah, there you go. Or malt liquor. I mean,
If you go to Canada, okay, good point. You brought up a very good point. If you go to your local liquor store and you get Schlitz malt liquor, which I no longer see in Louisiana, sadly, but no big deal. If you go to your local store and you get Schlitz malt liquor, it'll have the Blue Bull, fine, 6%, no problem. If you cross the border into Windsor, Canada, they'll also have that same beer. It's called Schlitz, and it says Schlitz strong beer. The term malt liquor is not listed. Well, because Canada doesn't have that strict rule. So you'll find that it tastes mysteriously identical. Although the one in Canada, the Schlitz malt liquor in Canada, I'm sorry, the Schlitz strong beer, is brewed by Sleeman Brewery under license from Pabst. Ours are brewed by Miller under license from Pabst. But although Pabst is starting up their own breweries again.
oh,
Yeah, they are in Irwindale, California. But anyway, any last comments, Alex?
no, but I appreciate you letting me join, Ron. And I'm hoping I can get that beer. I think I've seen it in a liquor store somewhere around here, so I hope I can get that to try it. Is it probably the best? I don't know. I've never had Steel Reserve. Period. I've never had the original. I've never had the flavors. Just like Schlitz. Never had Schlitz, like the original Schlitz. I've never had Schlitz Blue Bull. I've never had Red Bull. And I've never had the new line of it, which is the flavor version of Schlitz. So I never had any of those beers as far as I go.
Well, I didn't know there was a flavored, but it wouldn't shock me. Now,
Well, that's what I heard a couple months ago.
oh yeah, it's probably true. Well, I mean, if you went and got Schlitz beer and reviewed it, you get a lot of views. And if you did
I
Schlitz,
would.
yeah, and if you did Schlitz malt liquor, you get a lot of reviews. And believe me, views, I'm saying. And believe me, if you got the Steel Reserve pineapple or all the flavors and the original, and you did videos, I mean, you'd have people watching those like mad. I'm not saying you should not make videos to get views. I don't believe that, and I don't do it.
The way I see it, Ron, if people like my channel and they like my videos, no matter what beer I'm drinking, they'll come and watch it. That's how I see it.
That's right.
You know, and I always say on my channel, this is Alex Beer Master. I will see you all in the next live stream, the next video. I never say subscribe to me. I never say what's it called? What's the other people say when they say they never subscribe to me? Like they already know how to do that.
Right. You don't need to tell them what they already know. If they like your channel, they'll subscribe. I've never said that. I'm not one of these people that chase subs or views. If you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. If you want to subscribe, you have enough brains, press the button. If you don't subscribe.
Yeah.
If you like it, put a thumbs up. You don't like it, do the, so whatever. I mean, these people are not ignorant. Well, I mean, some are, but, and some are not intelligent and some are extremely intelligent. We're talking about flavored malt beverages. I think the original one, before we get off the air, the original flavored malt beverage, and I can't think of another one that would be older than that. I could be wrong. Goes back to about 1937, and it's called Champale. Champale. It's still made. I bought it in Memphis. I haven't seen it around here, but I bought it in Memphis. It's called, which means what? Champale Ale.
Oh, never heard of it.
I can show you the bottle. I have a bottle.
All right. Let's see it. I'd like to see it when you get a moment, please.
Hector says he likes all the Alloy series. Well, I don't know how you feel about flavored beer, Alex, but this one tastes sort of like pineapple.
Well, good. because that's what you want. Now, is it fake flavor that you taste, or does it taste exactly like pineapple?
That tastes exactly like it, but it is a natural flavor.
It is a natural? Okay, it is. Okay, interesting.
Some of these are natural and some are artificial. It depends which one you buy.
But you just said it doesn't taste exactly like a pineapple. So
No, I think there could be. I think it's got a little hop bitterness. It's not supposed to, but I think they didn't get it as flavorless as they wanted. There's one that tastes like fruit punch. There's one that tastes like blackberry. There's one that tastes like blueberry, raspberry. I'm sorry. There's one that tastes like some kind of tropical fruit. Well, you kind of like flavors like that. You might like it. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen you drink them a couple times. Yes, there's a couple times you said, this beer's not my cup of tea, but it's tasty. I've seen you do it on your channel. Would you get it again? There's times that you might not get it again. You said it on your channel.
Only reason I bought these cans is because John and Neely asked me if I wanted to do an examination. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought them.
Do you have them? Do you have any more for the examination? Obviously, he didn't do it with you, right? Because he doesn't feel good.
I have the mystery beer.
Okay, so you're still going to do that with him. Okay.
If we're able to do it, the question mark in the beer with the question mark.
Yes, the beer that I bought was a Halloween beer, and it really wasn't.
Right. Pretty sneaky on their part. Let me go see. Let's see here. I thought I had saved a champagne bottle, but I guess I did not save it.
Is it any of the bottles behind you on
no. It's just a big clear glass bottle and it said champagne. But I guess I didn't keep it. Can't understand that. But
that's weird because you normally keep every bottle as far as I know.
I don't usually keep the flavored beers. I usually just keep regular beers, so I might have tossed it. But it just says it says champagne. That's all it says, and there's different flavors of that. But they try to make it taste like champagne. But that's been on the market, no joke, since 1937.
Oh, so it's a beer based off of champagne. Okay, that's why it's called champagne.
Pale. Yeah, see, Commerce Ozzy remembers it, and we bought it in Memphis.
When did you drink it last? 20 years ago or 10 years ago? Or
2019.
Oh, so a year ago. Okay.
Because my friend David and I drove to Memphis to go watch Tulane University of New Orleans play University of Memphis football. And of course, after we got to the hotel and checked in, he was hungry. We went to a barbecue place across the street from Elvis Presley's old house. And then we went to this grocery store in the same parking lot. And of course, they had all kind of beers we couldn't get back here. So we were buying things left and right. And I bought the champagne regular, the golden. I bought the golden and the pink or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, those are the original flavored. They're not colored. They don't have color added. They're just
okay.
It's regular beer color. But anyway, any last comments? If you review Steel Reserve Alloy, I will watch, Alex.
That's if you find, but you can't find it.
No. Listen to me. If you review these beers, I will watch your videos. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But would you ever review them with me though, after my solo?
And I would do duo reviews with you. Yes.
Awesome beans, Ron. Awesome beans. And I don't even know. I wonder what beers you're going to get when you're here with me. I'm surprised. I really wonder what you're planning on.
Oh, who knows? Who knows? Probably Polish beers. Now, I'll show you one more thing, and then I'm getting off for this. you like food videos, and I never join because I don't eat food at night. But
well, maybe we should do a food review during the day with you.
right.
No, I don't know.
You and I should do one called Stout and Peanut Butter.
Wait a minute, stout and peanut butter, like a stout beer and a peanut butter beer?
No. Taking a stout and then taking a spoon of peanut butter and putting it in the beer and then drinking the beer with the peanut butter.
We could do that. Yeah.
That's what we ought to do. But here's what I bought.
Now that looks good. Looks like there's lemon on the box there. Oh, it's a shrimp. Okay, awesome. Lemon shrimp. Buffalo or something.
Butterfly.
Butterfly. Yeah, I'll have to do that then, Ron. I think that would be freaking awesome to get a scoop of peanut butter, put it in the beer, and see what it tastes like. But obviously, you're making your own peanut butter stout that way.
Right, so keep that in mind. A stout with peanut butter.
So just get a regular stout. Don't get a peanut butter stout, but just get a regular stout.
And then we'll put peanut butter in it.
Okay, let's do it. I'll have to see if I can get peanut butter. Obviously, everybody can get that.
Right. There's Cornell in Baton Rouge. Hello, greetings to you in Baton Rouge. I was born in Baton Rouge. All right, well,
Ron, what made you think of that? Do you think you've always wanted to do that at one point, or?
No, I've actually done it. I was on Stout Sunday once, and I dipped peanut butter in the stout.
Wow. It must have been good for me to try it with it. So, all right, I'll give it a shot.
Sort of like a Reese's peanut butter cup type thing.
Wow. All right, let's do it then. Let's make a schedule. Let's make a date on that. Make a day on that whenever I get peanut butter and a stout, and we'll go from there. Do you want to do it on my channel or your channel?
It's up to you.
Okay. Awesome beans.
It's up to the beer master.
Well, I think it'll be fun either way. So.
Yeah, and Cornell Flores, who's watching, he could join us if he ever wanted to come on air. He could do it with us. Stout.
Yeah, if you got peanut butter as well, you could join us as well. I think that'll be nice. If whoever wants to do peanut butter and stout, you're more than welcome to join with me and Ron. Right.
And so you decide, Alex, when we're going to do it and what. The stout doesn't matter. And then whose channel? It's up to you. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, I can always message you on Instagram or just talk to you in general and see what happens.
On Google Hangouts, you know. All right.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the last of this thing.
How is your state in Louisiana, by the way? Because I watched your governor, and I don't see anybody wearing masks next to him, or he don't wear one either. What I've seen so far.
Well, some people are wearing masks.
Well, that's true, but I'm talking about your governor. He used to wear masks in the beginning.
Well, they're kind of loosening up here. They're about to end all this supposedly on November 1st, but he probably won't want to give up his control too easily. He's enjoying giving those orders, you know, and the mayor of New Orleans is enjoying that.
Oh, so they're supposed to let it go back to normal on November 1st. Okay.
I don't know, that's what he said, but, you know.
Well, we'll see what happens hit November 1st.
Put money on it. Yeah.
That's not anytime.
Cornell Flores says, I appreciate that. Yeah, anytime if you want to join. I'm not kidding around. All right.
On another thing is, as Ron has told me and other people, he also, if you ever have an issue or something like that, he will give you 30 minutes on the floor, and he's not joking around. And I mean that. That is what Ron has told everybody. Right, Ron? Or don't get me wrong. I don't know if that's...
That's why you're talking about it. Yeah, anybody that takes an issue with something I say on the channel, if it's a real problem and I'm doing wrong, you got 30 minutes free, uninterrupted. Just you can't use bad language, and you got to use your real face and your real name, and then I might come on after your 30 minutes and agree with you, or I might come on and do a rebuttal. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how many video channels offer that opportunity.
Well, as far as I know, I don't think none. As far as I know.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to end the broadcast. So I'm going to go watch the rest of the National Socialist Football League. So,
and I don't want to be mean, Ron, but this is my real name, the Alex thing. I'm not hiding from anything. Just let you know. I just like everybody. I just like my beer
right.
name.
But your middle name is not really and your last name is not Beer Master. All right.